This was supposed to be the start of my empire, and it nearly ended before it began. Future Empire had bold claim, right? But to understand how it all started, we need to go back to day 1. Like every Minecraft story, mine started with a tree. Not exactly legendary, but without it, nothing else is possible. I turned logs into planks, planks into tools, and soon enough I was ready for stone. Because in hardcore, wood tools don't just feel weak, they feel dangerous. That's when it hit me. No second chances here. If I slip up, it's over for good. Every block down here is a step towards survival. Quiet, just the sound of pick on stone. Coal, the first real upgrade. Nothing fancy, but it's what keeps the night at bay. Wow, what a beautiful view over here. Maybe we can come back someday. But for now, let's go ahead and craft a pickaxe, an axe, and a shovel. Before long, hunger set in. Cow, pigs, chicken, survival doesn't leave much room for mercy. With food handled, the next step was iron, which meant heading underground. But first, let's go ahead and make a few torches. The caves were generous, coal, iron, the basics, but priceless on the first day. I didn't push too far though, I knew better. Plenty of runs end on day 1, because someone got greedy. Let's go ahead and make a furnace, so we can smelt the iron fast, before night sets. The very first pieces of iron. And we're gonna go ahead and make a bucket with it. And with the rest, we might as well go ahead and make a pickaxe. Because this is gonna be a long journey. When I surfaced, the sun was already gone. Not ideal, but fate gave me a ship. My first fight, but I chose to retreat this time and climb the mountains instead. Where I found these, and with them a bed. Just like that, night 1 was behind me. Day 2 began with explorations. On my way down, I found sugarcane by the riverside, until I stumbled across my first ruined portal. Not quite ready for the nether. I climbed higher into the frozen peaks. The higher I went, the quieter it got. Just wind and snow, and the occasional goat. But then the view. From up here, the world felt endless. Somewhere down there, my future home was waiting. I kept scanning the peaks, hoping for a patch of iron. Or maybe, just a better view. Climbing these ridges is slow, but the view keeps pulling me upwards. Iron veins, small treasures. Nothing says serious player, like a first set of clanky iron pajamas. Hardcore isn't just danger, it's those moments when you stop and realize how massive the world really is. And then I saw it. Wide open place, water close by, mountains in the distance. The perfect place to build the foundations of my empire. But before starting to build, let's go ahead and actually get the sugarcane right here. Something about this spot just clicked. Plenty of space, water nearby, and that skyline, perfect. This felt like more than a base. It felt like the starting point of something bigger. The first house wasn't grand, just wood, stone, and a roof to keep me safe. Not every empire begins with grand walls. Mine starts with a box of wood and a roof to keep the rain out. Each plank I place feels like claiming a little more of this world. The base might look simple, but it's starting to feel like home. 2 rows of water, a dream of bookshelves. Every great library starts small. This is less farm and more salad starter, but it'll keep me alive. With a little wheat patch and a skinny line of sugarcane finally in place, I was feeling pretty good. Before I called it a night, I figured I'd top up on wood. You can never have too much when you're still shaping a base. The forest was quiet, almost too quiet. Just me, the axe, and the trees. Then I heard something. That grunt you never want to hear this early in the game. 3 pillagers, not a full raid, just a scouting party. I sprinted in before they could reload. First one down. Banner carrier stepped forward, clearly the captain. Kept the pressure on and got him. One left. Only a single arrow landed. That's how we keep the future empire safe. And just like that, silence again. My first real defense of this land. No damage to the crops. A little adrenaline in my veins, but nothing's broken. Maybe they were just scouting. Or maybe this valley's worth fighting for. That little icon, that means trouble later. But that's a story for another day. With the raid over and the banner stashed away, I packed up for a new goal. Finding villagers. The river that runs past my base seemed like a natural road, so I followed it upstream, climbing ridges and keeping an eye on the horizon. On the way, I grabbed a little extra wool. Can't ever have too many emergency beds. From the mountaintop, I looked back at my tiny homestead. Crazy how far it already feels. And there it was, a spruce-roofed village tucked between the trees. I couldn't resist a quick zoom to be sure. Real roofs, real villagers. Jackpot. Right in the center, 2 baby villagers were playing by the bell. Couldn't have asked for a warmer welcome. Or easier targets for relocation. I held myself to some pumpkins and a pair of cauldrons. Souvenirs, I promise. I ferried the first recruit towards home, but the trip wasn't quite for long. Another patrol of villagers waited at the river. 3 quick shots, 3 quick dodges, and the way was clear. After that, it was just me, the villager, in a stretch of dark water. At one point, I wedged the boat in a wall. Don't ask. And later, even had to carve a path through the riverbed. Highlight of the trip? Accidentally punching a squid that surfaced right under me. Sorry, buddy. Home at last. My passenger hopped out, found my bed, and decided it was his now. Rude, but fair. I built a spare bed and let him settle in. Couldn't stop at one, so I head back for the others, under cover of night. Water travel is safer than land after dark. Usually. Glow squids lit up the caves beneath me, and a lone bee floated by like it was escorting us home. By sunrise, I had all 3 villagers tucked safely near the base, each in a temporary holding pen. The first even volunteered to become a fisherman the moment he saw a barrel. With villagers secured, crops growing, and a raid banner hanging as a warning, the foundations of my empire is finally taking shape. Day 15 or so, and the world already feels alive. This is only the beginning.